What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman. Wanted to hop up on here and talk about the last two games for the Chicago Bulls as they had a big-time victory in Milwaukee against the Bucks where they dropped 133 points. Then what did they do the next night? They followed it up with an embarrassing performance versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we'll dive into both those here in a second. But I got a lot of traction on the last video I posted about saying the Bulls are the biggest joke in all of sports. And a lot of fans started taking victory laps after the Bucks game. Then they started to get a little quiet after the Thunder game. So I'll ask you guys this. Are you a delusional Bulls fan? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. I actually think we should be getting a lot of Ys on today's show, as there are a lot of Bulls fans who, for some reason, still believe in this core and still believe in this basketball team. So you guys let me know. Are you a delusional Bulls fan? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. So obviously joking around, trying to give you guys a hard time there, but you know, that last video I made, I had a lot of people, down in the comments section saying, oh, I 100% agree with you. You're speaking facts on that. Then I had a lot of people saying, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, how you say this about your favorite basketball team? The Bulls are still good. And I thought the game against the Bucks and Thunder were a perfect example of who this Bulls team is. They are good enough to trick a lot of fans into thinking, oh, we got something here. We actually have a core we can build around. We actually have some talent on this team. And that has never been my gripe about this Bulls roster is, I understand. They do have talent on this team. Like just Levine, Williams, Kobe, even Vooch has played well. Like Giddey. Then you got Jalen Smith, Io, Modest, all of them coming off the bench. Like you have enough talent on this team to go and win 30, 35, maybe on a great year where you're performing out of your expectations. You could go win 40 games. But then we saw it against the Thunder, where they got steamrolled. It was the most vanilla offense. It was the most pathetic defensive performance I have seen from a Bulls team in a very long time. And, that's why I get so frustrated with fans, how everybody can just hang on to one little moment where it's like, oh, we beat the Bucks in late October. Congratulations. It's a regular season game in the NBA. It's a make-or-miss league. And in that game versus the Bucks, the Bulls, credit to them, they actually put up 47 threes in that game. They hit 21 of them. I promise you this. That will be the most amount of threes the Bulls hit in an entire game this whole season. But that game, you got good performances out of everybody, and you still had a chance to lose. And I know, you're going to say I sound like a hater, you're going to say I sound negative, but, that's my gripe with this team. You need everything perfect. And even if this roster, if you exceed expectations, you somehow reach your max potential of this group this year, your max potential is a seed in the Eastern Conference, and you will get swept in the playoffs. Do we want that? Is that where your standard is just to make the playoffs and then get swept? What happened to the championship standard in Chicago and the championship standard that us fans held that basketball team to? I understand. They look good against the Bucks. They put up a lot of points. Is that sustainable? Hell no. Are they going to do that 40 more times this season? Absolutely freaking not. And that's why I got so frustrated, because I had fans taking victory laps in that video saying, look, I told you, man, the Bulls are good enough to go on a run. They just beat the Bucks. What did they do the next game? They put up 90 points against a Thunder team who, yes, they are very talented. They are very good. But that was your home opener, and you put out an absolutely embarrassing performance. And I do want to call out Zach LaVine yet again, because he was terrible against the Thunder. Bulls ended up losing that game 114-295. LaVine couldn't guard Jalen Williams, couldn't guard SGA. SGA went 9-21, Jalen Williams 10-22. They weren't the most efficient that night. Think about this for the Thunder. They won a game by 20 points, everybody, just to speak how good this Bulls team is. They put up 114 points, beat you by 20, and they shot 20% from downtown. They shot 40% from the field, and you got smoked in this game. And the Bulls, they made 7 more threes than the Thunder, and you still got boat raced. The Bulls in that game were 32 of 92 from the field. It is a joke, and I preach to you guys. What is your standard for your favorite basketball team? Do you want this team to just be a one and done? Because that's your max potential. I could see it. Some crazy scenario. Patrick Williams takes a leap. Josh Giddey, it all ends up working out, and we keep Levine. Your max potential is a sweep in the first round. Is that what we want? And then we don't get our draft pick? When we could go draft a guy like Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey out of Rutgers, or even Ron Harper's kid who looks like a stud, or even the big on Duke. Like, there are great prospects in this draft, and if you don't land that top 10 pick, it's going to San Antonio. That is it should be the most talked about storyline in this Bulls season, is getting that first-round pick for next season, but nobody wants to talk about it because it's negative. You don't want to talk about tanking. Well, with where the Bulls are at right now, you have to. I mean, in this game, Zach LaVine, what do you have again? Another 7 turnovers, 3 assists. This dude just does not know how to get his teammates involved. He is an awful basketball player in terms of winning, or in terms of contributing to winning plays. He does not make winning plays. He makes me plays. He makes look at me plays over and over again. And what did we see against the Thunder? Kobe White off ball. Kobe White not getting enough shots. He was 0 of 9 from downtown. Yes, he missed a couple of wide open ones. I understand that. That's not where Kobe White should be. He should be the number 1 scoring option. He should have the most shots per game by a 10-shot difference between who is in second. And the Bulls just refuse to over and over again look themselves in the mirror and say, what type of basketball team are you? You are the definition of a mid-basketball team, and that is the worst spot to be in the NBA. Because you start looking around this league right now, all these teams that have been bad for a lot of years, they got young and up-and-coming stars. Take 2 of the worst franchises in the NBA, for example, the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball looks like a stud. Cade Cunningham looks like a stud. Who do the Bulls have? Like, yeah, you could say Kobe White, but this dude's just a corner boy at this point. Because it's all ran through LaVine. It's all ran through Vooch. And I'm just getting sick and tired of watching it. And, you know, the word I've thrown out a lot is apathy. That I think apathy could start to set in for Bulls fans. Where if you just keep on putting out the same product year after year after year and not, you know, taking big swings to adjust, fans are going to check out. Fans are not going to want to go to the games. And I'll give credit to Bulls fans. They sell at the United Center every single game, every single time they're playing on the UC hardwood floor. Stop going. Like, send a message to the owner. Send a message to Jerry that we're not dealing with this anymore. Please, for the love of God, stop going to Bulls games. Because they will not change as long as they sell out. Because Jerry, he will take that home playing game, and he'll take all the ticket sales, he'll take all the, you know, money he would make off that game, and he's cool with it. It's a joke how you Bulls fans let this front office treat you guys like they know, hey, they're going to show up. It doesn't matter. Like, we could put out the most 41-41 type of team that we can. It does not matter. Fans will show up. Stop going to the games. Stop supporting this basketball team until they change something. Because I promise you, you are going to keep LaVine and Vooch on this roster after the trade deadline. You're going to be good enough to win 30, 35 games this season. But then that also gives you a chance to not go get your top 10 pick. And that should be the biggest goal. I'm just sick and tired of watching it. I understand you guys can call me a hater, say I don't know what I'm talking about. But in my opinion, I have drilled who this Bulls basketball team has. And I couldn't wait to hop up on here even before they played the Thunder because I know they were going to get smoked. I mean, you look at what this Thunder team has done. It is complete night and day from this Bulls team. They got 3 young stars they're building around. They even have the Clippers pick for next year that's they could swap with, so they even have a chance to go get Cooper Flag. The Bulls are in one of the worst positions in all of sports. And if you power rank, if you say, hey, I got to put money on a team to win a championship over the next 5 to 10 years, the Bulls are dead last, and I don't even think it's close. You can make an argument maybe for the Portland Trail Blazers, but at least they know they're going to be bad, and they know they have a chance to go get Cooper Flag. Same thing with the Brooklyn Nets. Like, they have already set themselves up to tank. The Bulls are a terrible basketball team trying to win games. Like, have some more respect for yourself, Bulls fans. Stop going. Stop supporting this franchise until they change. I'm sick of it. It's a joke what they put out there every single year, and Jerry's just taking advantage of you guys. Like, let's just call it like it is. Everybody still shows up. United Center still sells out every game. He is taking advantage of you loyal Bulls fans. Stop showing up. Stop buying merchandise. Stop buying jerseys, whatever it is. Send a message for they finally have to make some moves. Because also, the Lakers, they're 3-0. They're not trading for LaVine anymore. The Heat, I guess they maybe could. But you start looking around this league, I actually don't even know if they're going to be able to trade him at the deadline. because nobody wants that contract. Nobody wants that head case. And it's so funny. I'll get guys saying, see, I told you about Zach LaVine after the Bucks game. He played pretty well. He did this. He did that. There's a reason you can't trade him. There's a reason no team wants him except for the Bulls. And the Bulls are a terribly ran organization. Just want to get up on here, rant about the Bulls real quick. See you guys next time. Go Bulls.